Peggy and I met in, I think, 1990. She was an intern at my school, and she was the sister that I never had. I'm an only child, so I get to choose my relatives. And yeah, pretty crazy. She told me about 6 months ago, now just remember, I want a big party when I have my funeral. I want everybody to talk about me. So I want everybody to cry if they need to cry, and I want them to have a big party, and I want balloons. And she wanted it at someone's house, and she looked at me, and I said, "Is that a hint?" And she said, "Yeah." And I said, "We can't fit them all in there in our house. Yeah, there's no way." But I remember her laughter and her silliness and her, she was daring to be insane, and she would often be really loud just to embarrass me. And we call each other names, and they were terms of endearment. But we were very close, and I had the privilege of seeing her the day before she passed away. And she says, "Come over after school," and it was the last day of school, and you know how you feel the last day of school. I'm like, "What? Maybe some tapioca pudding." I'm like, "Okay, Your Highness." So anyway, I gave her a haircut, and it was about this long, and she wanted to go here. And she said, "What?" I said, "What else do you want?" "Rub my feet." I'm like, "Okay." So I washed her feet, and I was, I put lotion on them. "That's good, that's good." She's sitting there scarfing down prunes and watermelon, and, anyway, she was hilarious. And she was very spunky, and she said she was a little bit scared, and she shook, how she shake her, how many of you seen her shake her finger at you? She's like, "Don't you dare look up cancer about meninges. Don't you dare look that up on the internet." And I said, "Excuse me, I'm a big girl. I'm 51. And she says, "Well, I don't want you to look because it'll scare you." So evidently, she was spared from having to get the news the next day on how bad it was. And so I started rubbing her feet, and I was going, I'm a first grade teacher. It's like, "This little piggy went to the market." And she goes, No, that's too ordinary. So we made up our own, which I have written down, but the copies are gone. But it was, this little piggy had chemo, and this little piggy had none. And this little piggy was constipated, and this little piggy had the runs. And then I said, "Well,